Hi, are you a bad duelist player and your team's always telling you to go play smokes? Well, today I'm going to show you the best Omen guide that you can use in 2024. Hey, what is up guys? My name is Droid and today we're back and making a brand new video. I'm going to be showing you guys some Omen tips and tricks that you can use in your ranked games to help you improve your Omen skills and also rank up in your games. You'd probably be the best controller player in VALORANT in 2024. So here are a few tips I can show you guys to improve your Omen gameplay and see how it goes. So the first thing I want to show you guys is the green little arrow you have when you have Omen, which is pretty much like anywhere right in the middle with your orb. That means exactly where the green arrow is going to hit is exactly where the Omen smoke is going to land. So that means you can pretty much do a crazy one-ways with the smoke as well. So you pop it, when you pop smokes, it creates this awesome one-way. You can even pop it in any direction into any area pretty much, and also create those nice visions that people normally don't see. Now, if you see that red arrow, that means your smoke isn't going to be placed exactly where you want it, and the smoke is just going to drop. So that's something you don't want to actually do. So always make sure you always see the green arrow every time you place your smoke. The also cool way you can actually do is you can actually use it on post plants as well. So when the smoke pops and you have it right in the bomb, they get a little better than that one. Before diffusing, that's all they see. Depending on how you have it, depending on the displacement of their vision while they're diffusing the bomb. While they're actually diffusing, you can see that. And you can actually shoot them when they're actually diffusing. So for a nice smoke placements for BXQs, you can always place your smoke into CT, and the other one placing right at the door, which is pretty much the basic smokes. And you want to obviously flash into B main, so it means execute anybody holding this angle. You have the flash ready, and you always have the smokes for your team to be placed as well. Another neat one way you can actually try is the one in the doorway as well. So if you place it high enough, place it right over there, right with the green arrow, you can actually see them holding this angle. And also, if you actually play close enough, you can actually see them here too. If you go further enough, they won't be able to see you as well as you aim this angle. On a smoke setup, what I normally do, which is mostly the basic smokes you do, you obviously put your smoke into tree. You place this one all the way in heaven, and while the team is executing, you can just flash a Jenny, or you can flash the center of the site. It's pretty much up to you, and the team just executes, and the jet can go up there safely, killing the guy back Jenny or back in the center, depending how you flash. Also, you can also use this one way into C on C long when you're actually playing the outside. You're the one where they're actually diffusing. It honestly works better this way in my opinion, but the way depending on how you place the bomb, and also depending on how you place the smoke, you can really see this one really well as well. Just make sure you always play on the side so you get to see them if they're actually playing from the back. So always one thing you can always note, the one ways are very good depending on how you actually use them. So here's some smokes you can actually try out into C. If you're doing a whole C long split, make sure you always block off garage with the smoke. Also, with this smoke is very important, you always want to block it off from the stairway into CT. That gives the actually more time for you to take control of this space. If they actually swing from the smoke, you can actually catch them. But if you do smoke into this general direction, you give the enemy team space to get control of this while they actually get to execute closer into sight. That's honestly a big no-no, so you always want to focus on trying to get the smoke into the stairway. Also, once the smokes are gone, you can also even take a flash here, which covers the entire right side, or you can even do it right in the center. Depending on how you execute, just always communicate with your team, and you can always figure out what your next play can be. Another dope smoke spots is actually into heaven, which is mostly the most common one. And also, the most important placement is this doorway as well. Obviously, again, you always want to make sure that they don't get enough space into this area. The smoke normally does block them, but if they do swing, you have to hit the small area where you can actually fight. But if you have a poppy smoke there, you give the enemy team closer chances to get into sight while giving them full cover. You can even also do the flash play here, which most of the time, if you just pop the flash on the site and you TP above it, you pretty much TP into everybody's direction, whoever's being blinded. But also keep a note that the flash is nearsighted, so if you do flash somebody that's close by you, they can easily see you. So always make sure you flash somebody, you're always far away distance before you get to see them, or they can easily kill you. They're not going to be blinded if you're really close to them. Also, another cool neat trick is also faking your teleport with the actual TP. So if you've been playing Omen for a while, or if you're not new to it, you can also fake your teleport as well. So one thing you can always do, obviously you always have movement when you have the teleport ready, but if you press mouse 1 while you're actually doing the jump, you're actually at that little boost momentum while you're doing the whole animation. So that is going to be the neat trick you do when faking your teleport. But place this wherever you like, and then just use the animation, and you're back at the spot while the TP actually goes through, and you teleport safely without making noise. Another cool neat trick you can actually try with Omen. I'm going to show you guys some 2 easy smokes you can actually try to execute on A side on bind. The most common smokes is right here being between the truck and triple, and then one here facing the showers into the triple right side, which gives you the opposite smokes direction from both sides. This covers you from coming from bathrooms and from short from heaven. One smoke I actually sometimes try is kind of using the smoke like a wall. So I kind of pop the smokes together like so, and then just line them up together. And then I normally just flash into them. So if I go back here, if I had the smoke ready, I normally just flash inside the smokes, just to see if anybody goes plays them. The blind actually blocks them off. We also get this kind of little wall thing. You can even use a jet smoke to block off the heaven main, or you can pretty much use it for an execute. That wall is still risky. Try it either way. You can do it even in pistol rounds too if you have judges, but try that wall out if you actually do. But I think the main 2 smokes on that side and that side are much more effective. One of the plays I like to do on B is obviously try to get the smokes into elbow. Once I get the smoke into elbow, and then I get the smoke into CT, that obviously gives me the chance to do that. And I actually can flash into U-Haul here while helping my team actually get execute inside. So if they're actually playing close by here and they're ready for the flash, I just flash inside. The entire room is blinded, and the team can execute safely in directional area. And keep in mind, remember, it's still near side, so if they play close, they can still get hit. But if they back away, it gives them a free place to actually go safely into. Also, if you will probably already know this, but if you can actually use your Omen teleport to actually pick up the bomb. So if you just cancel it, you get your bomb back. So you can actually go into the A site, TP back to B, grab the bomb, and you can safely plant into A. Most people actually do that, and they also get rid of it with KJ ult as well. So you can actually fake it too if you really want to try that. So this smoke placement is normally what I do trying to do a B execute. So I want to block off Snowman right here, and then block off the top site. As like I showed you before, if you place your arrow properly down, you get yourself a little one-way right in the bottom here if you really get to going. And you can actually block off here, you can block off Snowman, and if you want to place it correctly, you can even try to get the right here as well, and get a jet smoke blocking that. You kind of get safe plants either way, honestly. But as you said, you do get the chance to play it here, you can use that as a one-way, even help you out too. You can also even flash this whole right side as well to get the duelists to actually fight there. You can also have your jet jump up there, use the smoke for cover, while you affect it with the blind. So while you're on defense on B, use your advantage on TP. You can actually TP up here and actually hold this general direction, and you can always fight these guys that actually push, or even on the deeper side. I think this can be a little different, honestly. I find this area much easier to fight. Those are much tighter corners unless they actually purposely swing here. Then you can actually kill them, but more than likely you get a better chance fighting them here. So you get a better chance fighting these guys than you do with these guys. You can obviously preaim it with an op if you have an op and get that better kill, but with the Vandal, I honestly prefer fighting the longer range here. I think it's much easier if you're trying to fight these angles. So if someone is coming over here, they always constantly preaim these areas and mostly fight like this, but they normally don't actually look here unless you actually know they're going to be up here. So if you actually play this, more than likely they're ready for the fight. You're not. So if someone actually comes around here, they normally ready to pre-aim in this general direction or this general direction. These two are the most common ones. But unless you're in a higher elo, most times they might actually start jiggling this a little bit. But I mean, again, which one would you actually try to fight? You jiggle this, get cleared here, or you get cleared here. Either way, they're taking a 50-50 chances on 2 angles. I prefer fighting pre-aiming this little by little and then peeking this side. But more than likely, you angle this right, you get to see him right from this general direction. And what I like to do on A, smoke off this little entrance right over here. Get the Raptor smoke to push them a little deep. And I blind right in the middle. Gets this right to the site. Raptors is blinded. Check over here to make sure it's good. One thing you should note is try to get the smoke as deep as possible, because sometimes people do hide here, and depending on how you place it, both these general directions are actually blocked out by your smokes. So make sure you get it as deep as possible as you can. Always use the actual, the general little lines on the smoke to determine how you're going to block off the door frames of each entrance. So always a good to keep that reminded. Don't place your smoke too deep. Just place it right at the door, so you get to make sure you have enough space for you to cover and not enough space for the enemy team to actually use your smoke to cover. Well, that is some basic Omen tech if you want to use. Practice them on some custom games, try them out in your unrated games or your ranked games. You're going to improve yourself much easier. Trust me, Omen's movement is really cool if you use his teleportation like much fluently. If you have any tips or questions, please leave them in the comment below. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time on my next video. Peace, guys.